What is up, all my chosen ones? Jazz Royce back now, guys. Today is going to be a special video for the Vault Army, guys, because we are going to get into the nitty gritty. We are going to talk about why you should remain strong in the bear market. We're not only going to talk about the catalyst, but we're also going to talk about my personal method on how I'm able to keep such belief in projects that I support like Vault, no matter what the overall conditions of the economy is looking like. Let's get into this. Now, before I begin, guys, please do me a favor and smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, welcome, guys. Do me a favor and please hit the subscribe button and also tap on that notification bell so you don't miss a single piece of this info that we bring to you guys. So let's get right into this. Sitting over a 40 million market cap still, it looks as though Vault, alongside the big stables of the markets, are trading sideways and have been trading sideways for quite a couple of weeks. What does that mean? We don't exactly know yet. My personal opinion is that we are looking at a pump coming soon. I'm not saying that it's going to be the bull run. I'm not saying it's going to be the bull market, because looking at overall economic factors, we still have a ways to go before them, but does not necessarily eliminate the fact that Vault itself, as its own entity, still has the potential to pump itself back up in price, at least to all-time highs or even higher. Because if you look at how things have been this last couple of days, last week in the overall markets, especially let's just look at meme coins, for example, we've been seeing some killer returns on certain people getting lucky into these projects like the or nothing or the DAI project, so on and so forth. Just lucky breaks, and they're catching it and they're running with it. To me, all of those things are pointing to the direction of there may likely be a pump. That's just my opinion. Now, maybe it'll be a temporary pump and then people sell off again, and then, you know, we kind of trade sideways again. We don't know. But another thing to point out is that Vault itself is on its way with Vault Change. I don't know the exact date yet. I don't think anybody has announced the exact day yet. But another thing to keep in mind, guys, is that the very first anniversary of Vault is approaching in December. So could it possibly be that December we are going to be having a surprise in store for the patient Vault Army? I'm not sure yet, but just showing a bit more info to support my claims, guys. Right over here, CZ tweeted just yesterday, Binance is investing heavily in DeFi, but not financial advice. Vaultoshi comes out the woodworks. Who's going to Vault it to the bull run? Messiah is saying the charts of the older meme coins are about to explode, and this is just what I saw yesterday alone. On top of that, guys, I don't know if you're aware, but there is a video that's going around and it's called the Vault Inu Prophecy. I recommend that you check that out. If you believe in how the universe works, guys, I'd recommend to check out that video. Trust me, it's going to be worth the listen, and it's going to really open your mind up to a little bit of behind the scenes and what's happening, especially in terms of projects like Vault and Shiba. Of course, we have other ones that are primed to take off as well. Now, listen, I understand, you know, some people watch this content and they think, well, you're just talking, and there's no results being shown. I want to let you guys know one thing. I am in the boat just like you guys are. All right, I'm not wealthy. Matter of fact, if we really going to be honest, if you were around this channel throughout this past year, which thank you so much, I appreciate each and every one of you guys that are here from day one, you would have realized that I quit my job back in March and I have not went back since. So we're talking from March to October. I quit my job in March, moved out my parents' home in May, and have been living in a different city with my girlfriend since then, only relying on the income of doing promotional content for DeFi and also DeFi trades that I was doing, well, at least before things really took a plummet and I just put all my remaining assets into Vault. So just giving you guys a bit of background, I know what it is, what you guys are going through. We all took a leap and we're still waiting, and it's like an extended wait on how long till we see our rewards pop up. Now, guys, I want to let you in on a little bit of something of how things kind of work. What we have done is that we have planted the seeds, right? For me, my seed was Vault. I planted a few billion worth of Vault seeds into the ground. Now, the best way to let it grow is by letting it grow through your faith. You see, when a farmer's growing crops, you don't see them checking, digging up the dirt every time to see if it made any progress. They leave it there because they know how the cycle of things go. What they reaped, they will soon sow. And that is the same philosophy that I've adapted with this particular project and overall DeFi as a whole, because there's a lot of coins doing moves. Look at Colt up 33%, you know, and I get it. I want things to start moving, right? Because I want to have that additional income coming in where I can get in on some of these other plays, and then I could go and talk to you guys about these plays, and we could all share that same excitement watching us increase our bags and flip it, in different projects. The time will come for that. One thing that you got to do is that you got to have a belief in what you're investing into and what your end goal is out of that investment. And I recommend you guys, not financial advice, but this is like life advice right here. Write it down because it's going to come in handy. So every time when things take a turn and it's not going the way you anticipated, look back at what you wrote down. You have to believe in what you wrote too, because remember, any ideas that you have for your life or certain desires that may be far left of how your life currently is going right now was given to you for a reason. Now we're getting a little bit off DeFi. We're just talking in general. In this case, financial independence. That's my goal for the time being. It's going to get bigger once we accomplish that goal, and then we make new goals and go after those. But for right now, it's financial independence. That vision would not have been given to me at such a strong level that even in the midst of a bear market, even with money slowed up completely and everything, and I'm luckily when the bull run was doing its thing just a year back, I played it smart and I saved most of the money and only spent probably like 30% of everything, 35% at most of what I spent in between moving and furniture and all that stuff. Luckily, I got that cushion that I'm sitting back on and I'm living and just playing it peaceful. I get a little antsy at times, I'm like you guys. I like the rush of it. I like to go and keep flipping money and see. I'm a numbers guy. I love to see my numbers increasing. So it gets hard sometimes, I have a lot of down days too, just like I have good days. It's just that I'm not on the mic when I'm having my bad days. That's the difference. So just to let you guys in a bit onto if you're feeling down and out because this just seems like it's never ending and we're just stuck in the same loop. I'm letting you guys know, like, I'm monitoring this stuff like a hawk. If that's how you feel as well, not even Volt, but in other projects that you may have went all in on, make sure that you believe in it. Make sure that you understand that you were led there for a reason. It wasn't just a waste of time in your life that you're just never going to get back or get rewarded for. Everything doesn't go unnoticed, all right? So the moves that we're making now, we are going to be benefiting it heavily, guys. I'm telling you. That's why I end every video with see you at the top. I could just get the message when certain things are as they are, even before it kind of plays out in front of us. And this project was one of them. And when I saw that video that I recommended to you guys, the Volt Prophecy, which I didn't even know of until Pablo Crow brought it up on his live stream one night when I was watching, and I checked it out the next day, and it was just, to me, it was mind blowing. It's like it spoke right to my soul. And for those that have that type of belief with their investment and have that strong innate belief that they were meant to use this as a stepping stone to branch into who they're really meant to be and break free of the system that majority of society tends to be tied to, which is not a bad thing, but if it's not for you, then it could be a bad thing. Take a look at that video as well. Take a breather. Don't even worry about checking the charts too much. Don't take a break off the Twitter sometimes, let it ride. I don't think we're going downhill from here. We've been trading in the sixes. I have it on the 12-hour chart for you guys to see. Literally, we've been sitting like this for months, since literally looking like around the time when I moved, because I moved back in like early May. We've been sitting sideways from then all the way now till October, guys. And I'm telling you guys, if this was a project that was supposed to fall off, it would have fell off a long time ago. But look at this. Look at what we're doing, especially for the SHIB community. Look at the level of attention and growth that Volt is getting. If you don't know, Volt is well over 100K followers, sitting at 109K, doing different Twitter spaces, non-stop messages. Voltoshian's on top of his game, and he's continuing to tease us with what VoltiChange has in store. But remember, when VoltiChange comes, that's not even the end of it. That's the beginning of the utility rolling out, because it's a whole ecosystem. VoltiSoft. There's still more things in the work, guys. Keep yourself strong as you're walking through the bears. I'm walking through there with you guys, all right? So with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I'm Jazz Royce, and like I always say, you know I gotta say it. I'm gonna catch each and every one of you guys at the top.